Hey guys, ILene Vick here for Teaching Adult Coloring with ILene Vick. It is Thursday, May 16th at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, and I am live. It is week 20 of 2024, and in my neck of the woods it is currently 73 degrees with a high of 78 and a low of 58. Welcome to my broadcast. I'm here for the next 3 hours for coloring, companionship, chat, friendship, giggles and laughs, pretty pictures, and the what, the how, and the why of adult coloring. Welcome to my YouTube peeps who come in and chat with me. That is always fun. Welcome to my YouTube peeps who watch this broadcast after the fact. And welcome to my Facebook peeps who'll see this broadcast after the fact. All right. Let me fire up my second monitor here so I can say hello to everybody. All right, so Kitty was the first in the door. Cool. Hi, Kitty. Hi, Maggie. Hi, Sandra. Hello, Mamie. Hi, Carmen. Hello, Thomas. All right. Excuse me. So the two projects that I'm working on tonight, the first one is Always a Duet, which is one that comes from one of my books. If you're new, we can get this to you and you can color along. It's meant as a one-on-one teaching tool for you guys. So I highly encourage you to pace me, Patricia. So welcome all to my Emotional Refuge broadcast. Place you can come in, relax, have fun. All right. The second image I'm going to be doing is from Thomas Kincaid, the Disney Dreams collection. And we're working on Winnie the Pooh and Christopher Robin. So last night I was working on the detail. Hello, Emily. All right. So get your pencils out, put your thinking caps on, and we'll get going. So the last part that I was working on, we're doing the 4 seasons. you guys picked up on the concept of it, that would be perfect for this. So we've got summer over here, fall, this will be winter, and this will be spring. Okay, Emily, thank you. So let's go ahead and get this boot colored. Maggie, you're still just watching. Vision is still very blurry in your left eye. Okay. No problems, Thomas. All right, let's go ahead and get this boot heel done. Maggie, can you FaceTime me after broadcast tonight? It's important that I talk to you. Okay, so we're doing the black boot. So we're going to start out with our black on the heel. And then we'll come in with what? Our light gray. And that's not the gray that I want. It's a medium gray. Hello, Linda. The three amigos are here. Uno, dos, tres. And then don't forget to go back with your black, which I amazingly and conveniently have misplaced. Hello, Michelle. Hello, Wally. And we'll go ahead and get that little crinkle in the shoe. Okay. Uno, dos, tres. Okay, so last night I was working on this boot here. We've got an orange. That was my base color. So now I'm going to come in with a darker orange. Oh, that's like a pink. Let's see how many times I can bump the camera tonight. Hallelujah. Amen. Amen. All right. Let's see what we got. Now, remember, when you're picking your colors, we talked about a light, medium, and dark. Once you get that color down on your paper, sometimes your choices aren't going to pan out. So there's absolutely nothing wrong with going back and getting different colors. Okay. So now I'm going to come in with my next orange. And right away I sloshed over the top. Hello, Julie. Amy is number 9 in the like. Thank you. And I'm going to use my medium orange and I'm shading in the shape. Shading is shaping. Shadowing is defining. Camera 1, teacher 0. Yep. Yeah, every once in a while I bump. Emily, you're number 11 for likes. Thank you. Guys, for everything that I do, that's one thing that I ask of you is hit that like button. Okay, check out how I'm shading this orange. Emily's 11, Emily's 11. All right. Julie, you're having some bad weather. Power may go out. Thank you for letting me know. Oh, Sandra was #1 for likes tonight. Ooh. All right. All right, check out how we're getting this shading here. Julie, don't you dare send that weather this way. Now notice how I'm using my pencil. Repeated strokes, we're getting that nice rich color. Linda, you are #6 tonight. Okay. Oh, Kitty, you were first in the door. So we have first in the door. Oh, second in the door? All right. Now remember, when you are shading in like this, it's creating a lighter area. So our lighter area on the boot is going to be along the side here. You need to think about shading. What's lighter, what's darker? All right, let's go up by this bow. Now, since I'm going to be putting little pretty shiny thingies on the boot like I did on the last one, I'm going to go ahead and color in my little circles on here very lightly with my orange color. That way it'll disappear into the background. Meanwhile, let's come in with our dark orange. And now I'm going to go on the edge of the piece. And that dark orange is going to give us a dimensional look. Why? When you darken an edge, it makes it look like it's curved away from you. That's how our brains work. Check it out. And notice that I'm also putting a little bit of shading underneath where the bow's going to be. All right, Dana. Dana is what? Dana is thumb number 13. Dana, we're happy to have you here. Okay, now I want you to notice with my darkest pencil, I'm going to come out and I'm going to shade a little bit on the boot, and that's going to crinkle the boot. See how that's making it look a little scuffier? And Mamie just reminded me to say hello to Dorothy. Hi, Dorothy. Dorothy. Saying hello to Dorothy. Okay. Let me grab something here. Back up. Back up. All right. Power went out and came back on. Not too sure for how long. Oh, Julie. I don't believe in bad luck. I do believe in satanic attack. Okay. I'm going to pull up some little orange doohickeys here. I would preferably like to find some teeny tiny ones. Okay. Let me put these little puppies away. Yes, Sandra, I will color that little... I will color that little flower. Yes, ma'am. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. Every once in a while, I do miss things. Okay, so I'm going to put on my little shinies here. And we'll get my glue. And we'll get my toothpick. And we'll come in with our orange rhinestones. And by the way, just to let you know, if you're new to the group, if I missed coloring something, I take absolutely no offense at somebody telling me. All right, let's get these little orange thingies on here. And let me pop in just a little bit more glue here. And then we'll put on our last rhinestone. Look how cool that looks. Okay. So let's let that sit a minute. And I'm going to come in with my ribbons. Now, I'm going to follow my bow pattern all the way around here, this thing. Now, if you don't have bows, you can use cord, colored cord. Oh, I like that bow, it's gray. Let me pull in here a little bit so you can see. And we'll put some glue on here. Now, we might have a little teeny tiny part of the original drawing of the bow showing underneath. We can cover that with white pencil. And that way we can minimize it. All right. And I'm just going to move this bow around until I get a majority of it covered. Now, I've got a little bit of that bow showing up at the top. So I'm going to take a gray pencil and I'm going to color that in. Boom, gone. Lots of ways to camouflage things. Okay, now we've got that little flower that I missed up here. I'm going to put in some purple here. So I've got a darker purple there, and then we'll come in with a lighter purple. And then I'm going to take a little bit of Payne's Gray, and I'm going to shade around that edge and in the middle to give it a little bit of dimension. So see, I've just put a line in the center there, just a simple line, a little bit of shading on the edge. All right, let's pull out and see how this looks. Okay. So now we've got summer and fall, but I'm not done with fall yet. So I went outside and I found a couple of twigs. Let's see, yeah. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue that twig onto the shoe. And notice where I was able to, when I broke this twig, I was able to peel it down a little bit. So I want that peel part to show. Now, I might be able, with my scissors, we'll see. We'll see if I can do this. Oh, I was able to cut that. So now I've got a smaller piece yet. Obviously, be very careful when you do that. And I'm going to use my smaller piece here. It's got a nice little twisty look. And actually, I was able to break it apart a little further and peel off a little bit of that bark. And so I'm going to glue that down. Hey, Jolly, welcome. Jolly, do me a favor. I know you wanted that printer information. I need you to send me a text on Messenger. I lost track of your Facebook name, and I'll get that to you tonight. Thank you, Jolly. Okay, Thomas. All right, we'll let that sit for a few minutes. I just need to quit fussing with it. Let me pull out. So I would say that we have a pretty good looking fall boot. Okay. Now, if you don't like something, what you need to say is not my cup of tea. Hello, Art Angel. So what do you guys think so far? All right. let's pop over to our winter boot. What did I do with the boot on the right? I added a twig and a bow. Okay, winter. Mamie, perfect. Mamie hit the nail on the head. That was my next question. What would you color? Mamie, you don't have to retract messages if you make a typo. That's fine. We liked your H. Okay, Mamie, you called it. For winter, we're going to do light blue and gray. All right. So let me grab a very light blue. We want to go with pale. Absolutely not, Thomas. What made you think I did that? So I'm going to start to color this boot blue. Specifically a light blue. Thomas, why did you even think I said that? Kitty, leave it alone. I'll take care of it. Okay. So Mamie hit the nail on the head. Is we're going to do our winter boot with blues and grays. Who's coloring this with me tonight? And by the way, before I ask that question, guys, your day today, win, lose, or draw? I'm going to say draw. Okay. Maggie, you said draw? So does everybody know why you use blue for snow? Who wants to tell me? Or who wants to speculate? That's right, Mamie. Snow has a blue tint to it. If you look at snow, it's got a blue tint to it. It's not white, 100% white. All right. Now let's go ahead and do the back part of our boot. So we'll grab our black. And that's not black, that's brown. Misfiled pencil. All right. Let's try this again. Black and what? Medium gray. Don't pound your pencils into the paper, especially with your darker colors. And then we'll come in with what? Our lighter gray. Hi, Angela. Now, while I'm at it, oh, Thomas, that's great. I'm glad you had a win. While I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and do this last boot. Angela, you had a win and a lose? This is the black around our outside. And notice how I use the black to get these little U's. Angela, you have a sinus infection. Fox wants to do EMG test on your arms. All right, medium gray. And you want to make absolutely sure that you blend in those edges. Remember, you want to blend where one color disappears into the next. Sorry to hear that, Angela. Okay. Let's pull out and take a look at all this. If that isn't the cutest thing, I don't know what is. Angela, the book is Picture Mandalas Jubilee. Okay. Back to our winter boot. Who's coloring this with me tonight? So let's go ahead and do our laces. Don't forget to have your paper towel underneath your hand. Okay, Dana, you're not coloring tonight. That's fine. Carmen, you are? Now, I don't want anybody panicking. Oh, my Linda. Hello. I don't want anybody panicking if I get ahead of you while you're coloring. Well, Angela, I'm glad you did. Now, notice that I'm going to color my little buttons. My light blue. And I'm going to go ahead and color my ribbon light blue as well. Or my bow, excuse me. Angela, don't forget to hit that like button. Now, I'm going to wait on coloring the rest of the boot. I want to go up to the flowers and start doing those. So now, given that it's winter, my little sticks here, I'm going to color those black. Oh, Linda, so back on Monday for the doctor. All right. A puppy is the cutest thing as well. All right. Now, let's go ahead and... I think I was off camera. No, I wasn't. All right. Let's go ahead and do this leaf. And I'm going to work on dull browns. Now, again, notice that I'm using one pencil. I'm creating two shades. Well, Linda, you just got to quit kicking that furniture, I'll tell you. Set timer for 30 minutes.
30 minutes, counting down.
Now, I want you to notice yeah, Linda, your father-in-law, yeah, wound for several years, but he didn't follow the doctor's direction and had to have it surgically closed. Yep. Maggie, he's got diabetes, right? Okay, now, notice how I'm shading with the brown up the edge. Linda, what's that? You wouldn't have thought of what? Okay. Very light blending with my blending pencil. And then I'm going to come back with my Payne's Gray, not black. And I'm going to darken along the edges and the bottom here. Any questions? And notice now that I'm tinting the edge with my gray. All right, now I'm going to come up to our plant after I clean up my edge a little bit. Yvette, hi. Okay, so we have this greenery here. And I'm going to put a little bit of brown on the bottom. Hello, Heather. Welcome to the group. Heather, I have multiple brands of pencil, and I don't store them by brand or use them by brand. I store them by color. I've got 11 or 12 brands. Heather, how did you find my group? All right. Let me pull out so you guys can see where we are so far. So we have summer, autumn, I'm working winter, and then I'll do spring. Oh, a Facebook coloring page. Heather, where are you from? Yvette, what do you think so far? Oh, you're in Florida. All right. So it is almost 8:30 my time. Are you on my same? I start at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Yvette, are you coloring with me tonight? Hello, Memory. Okay, Heather, you're an hour ahead of me. Memory, you've been here before, haven't you? Okay. Oh, with that, you got your Disney book. Yay. Okay, olive green. Okay, check out how I'm making this look murky looking. So I'm working my brown and my green. Memory, if you have a printer, we can get this image to you and you can color it. Yvette, what is what considered circles? Okay, let me pull out. Oh, are these balloons? No. Yvette, it's a plant. All right, let me pull out all the waste so everybody can see, especially new people that came in. We're doing these 4 boots. This is from my book, Picture Mandela's Jubilee. That sometimes I draw or color in straight lines, sometimes it's circles. Sometimes I feel like a nut, sometimes I don't. Guys, this group is an emotional refuge. And it's meant for you guys to relax, to color, and to learn something. And if you don't color, if you just want to come in, and watch, that's fine too. Oh, you were talking about what you're going to color from the balloons. Okay. Yeah, Yvette, give me context when you're commenting, please. Okay. So, we've got some more brown here. Notice that I'm leaving gaps while I'm doing this. Hi, Brittany. And then I'm going to come in with a dark gold. Or I should say a medium gold. So what we're trying to show is, oh, sorry for the hitting that. So I'm filling in the gaps with my gold. And you can see the effect. And then I'm also going to use this gold on our little thistle here. Now, you know that I'm all about using at least 2 colors. So I'm going to go ahead and put a little brown in the center here. Check it out. Okay, roses. Good vibrations. Uh-huh. So I'm going to come in with a light orangey pink. I'm coloring that in as my base color. And then I'm going to bring that same orangey pink down to my second rose. Down to the edge. And then I'm going to come in with a slightly different orange. We'll come in just a little bit darker. So this is a brownish orange now that I'm bringing in. Excuse me. Oh, my Linda, you're getting a lightning storm? Oh boy. Okay. Now I'm going to come in with a slightly darker brown, and I'm going to start adding dimensions to my rose. Now, don't go too dark with your darker brown. And notice that I'm staying close to the edges here. And then I'm going to come back to the center, and we'll darken that in just a little bit more. Notice how I'm darkening that ring. Okay. Let me pull out so you can take a peek. And I'm going to go ahead and start our shading and shadowing on my upper rose here. Now, I want you to notice that when I did this one here, I did the edge, but then I came out with a little squiggle to that one protrusion. To give it our dimension. Guys, when you're coloring, I want you to think outside of the box. Okay. Now, I'll be going back to the boot later. I'm running out of time. but there's something that I want to do on the top here to show you what I have in mind for this. How do you know where to put the darker color? Because there is an overhang. See right here? There's an overhang of this petal. So underneath that overhang is where it's going to be a little darker. And then in the center, where these petals are bunched up, they're going to be a little darker as well. Okay. Oh, let's see. Hold on. Okay. My Linda, did that answer your question? All right. Snow white acrylic paint. We'll put a glop on some paper. All right. And I'm going to take my paint with a toothpick. And we're going to start depositing some snow on this rose. Now, don't go too crazy with it. This is one of those situations that less is more. Okay. Were any of you expecting me to do this? Now let's go ahead and get a little bit of white on this twig. I'm just dotting this in. Don't wipe out your black. And again, less is more. All right. And then we'll go ahead and get some on this rose. Now, I'm at full strength with this paint. I did not dilute it. And again, don't get carried away with your paint. Okay, let me pull out. Good night, Sandra. I'm about to start on the Disney picture. Okay, I think we're good. That's how our winter is looking. And this paint dries incredibly fast. Questions? Sandra, you'll catch up in the morning. Okay, good. Now, obviously the boot isn't done yet because I haven't done the shading and shadowing. I just have my base color of blue. We're going to add a little gray on there eventually. We'll get a matching bow, get some rhinestones on there, and we'll be good to go. And I hope you guys are enjoying this project as much as I'm enjoying doing it. Any questions? Guys, the whole idea of my coloring and my teaching you is to show you extra special things that you can do with your pages. So go outside tomorrow, get yourself a little twig and glue that on our autumn boot. You're right, Amy, it does. It does look like it's going to belong in a frame. Okay. Next project. There is so much more that you can do with your pages. And you guys know that I'm all about details. Those details are what is going to make your pieces look extra special. Okay, Winnie the Pooh. Yvette, you had a comment about the balloon. What were you saying? Let's finish up the door. Guys, I want to see your WIPs, work in progress, in the group. I don't care how little you have done. Okay. Gatlinburg strip, $65 picture or more. So let's get our brown in here. And then we'll come in with I feel like I need to come in with a little bit of black, just to darken that area. Now, when you use black on another color, that diffuses that color a little. Your black, right? So we're not getting a pure black on that door. Okay. Now, one adjustment that I'm going to make, and I don't ever want you to feel that it's wrong when you have to make an adjustment, is I'm going to lighten up this orange just a little bit. And you can do that with an eraser. And then you can come back in with an ivory and go over that color as well if you still want to lighten it a little more. Amy, when is your book coming in? And then I'm going to come back in with a little bit of my orange and get that edge shaded in just a little bit. Oh, Amy, if you go down to your son's this weekend, you'll print the boot picture. Okay. Okay. And notice that I'm blending that edge so that it blends in. No streaking. Carmen, good night. Excuse me. Carmen, that was you that caught the thing with the boots, right? That it was a seasonal thing? Thomas, I welcomed you back when you came in. Okay. So let's pull out. We're making really good headway. So I'm going to go over to Christopher now. And I want to go ahead and get his skin done. So on the skin, oh, Amy, tomorrow you're getting your book. That's cool. And as you can see, I actually missed his hand. I don't want anybody having phobias about coloring skin. Okay, so there's my base color. And now I'm going to come in with my medium flesh color. And we're going to start what? Shading in the skin. And what is shading? We're shaping. So notice my medium color is towards the outside and that center is lighter and it makes it look rounded. Check it out. And I just splotched a little further than what I meant to go. Okay. Miss Linda, good night. Okay. Same thing around the face. Now, I want you to notice that I'm putting in a little bit of that darker color underneath the eye. Now, I've got a little gap in my hair color here, and if you remember, I colored everything on here, and sometimes, I don't know if it's the wax drying overnight or what the deal is, but sometimes your wax will leave little gaps. So just go back in the next night and fill it in. Patricia, good night. Yeah, actually, I was thinking about doing a weird but nice. Amy, send me a text. Okay, so we're adding a little bit of darker color underneath the eye. Have a great evening, Patricia. And then we're going to run the medium color, around the outside here, and bring it in a little bit. Just to give us that, detail. Let me put a little more on the eyebrow. And a little more underneath the eye. Okay. Amy, don't forget to send me that text. It's funny you should ask me that because I was thinking about doing out of my Weird But Nice book. Okay, now my darkest color. Now we're going to start bringing in that edge. Don't pound your pencil into the paper. Now, Yvette, if you have problems with skin, just follow exactly what I'm doing. Now, notice I'm bringing a line in a little bit, and that's going to give us some dimension on that arm. And then I'm going to bring that darker color around the edge of my face, especially underneath the hairline. Check it out. Now, if you look at your original Disney, I've changed up the arm just a little bit. Is I'm going to come back with my medium color, and I'm going to shade in a little bit on the one side. And that way it leaves this outer edge a little lighter, but I still have my dimensional coloring on that outer edge. Okay, let's go back down to this arm here. Medium color. I'm going to do this one a little bit differently. We'll put the medium color on one side. And that'll represent the fact that the light source is lighting up this part of the arm. But I'm still going to go ahead and do that slightly dark edge. Any questions? Let me pull out. Check it out. if you look to the left and look at the colors that are used in the original, you match your pencils to those. I'm actually going to use a little bit of my ivory to lighten the skin up here. All right, Dana, Yvette. Let me show you the 3 skin colors that I'm using. This is a very light peach. That's my base color. Then I have a medium color, which is for my shading and shaping. And then my darkest color that I very lightly use to define. Now, do you guys remember? Yeah, sometimes I use different flesh tones for different pieces. I pick out a light, a medium, and dark. No, I use different ones. Sometimes I use the same, sometimes I use different ones. Now, remember the little trick that I showed you the other day? Is when you're trying to match a skin tone for this Disney, is swatch your color right next to the color that you want to match. See how I'm doing that? Dana, I have all my flesh color pencils together. I've got them separated from the rest of my pencils. So that's how you do that. You can do it with Caucasian skin. You can do it with black skin. Okay, let's do our legs. So I've got my medium color now because I've already put down my light. I'm putting my medium color. And this is where the light source is coming from the left. Now we'll go ahead and do the same with this one. I'm also going to put a little bit of the medium color directly underneath the shorts. Check it out. Now, what's wrong with this picture? I'm actually using, it's a burnt sienna Faber-Castell number 283. What's wrong with this picture, guys? Needs blending. Thank you, Dana. Give that lady a cigar. You don't ever want to have distinct lines like this. So I'm going to come back with my lighter pencil and I'm going to blend that in. Okay, now we have to distinguish our knee. So I'm going to put a little U right underneath here and I'm going to blend that in. And same over here. And I'm going to use a blender pencil very, very lightly. And what I want you to notice, I'm not moving back and forth with this, with my pencil touching. I'm just touching the paper on the downward stroke. Check it out. And if you need to come back with your lightest pencil, we can do that as well, just to emphasize that lighter part of the leg. And then I'm going to take my darkest pencil and very, very lightly, barely touching the paper, I'm just going to add a tint to round out that leg a little bit. Color like you're coloring on a balloon. Color these sides like you're coloring on butterfly wings. Yvette and Dana, are you more comfortable with skin? Now, his skin looks really weird because we don't have any colors around it. But once we start getting our colors around here, this is all going to make sense. Dana, Yvette, are you feeling more comfortable with skin? If not, we can talk about it some more. Okay. So let's go ahead and work on his pants. Okay, so I should have asked you, are you a little more comfortable with coloring skin? You'll get there. Okay, let's do his shirt and pants. Okay, Dana, you'll get there. You really don't need to refer to yourself as a noob. But if you want to, that's fine. All right, let's work on these pants. It's okay if you're a noob. Now, again, we don't have any lines on these pants. To help us with our light, medium, and dark. You're welcome, Dana. My pleasure. That's what I'm here for. So what I'm doing is I'm looking over at the original to see how this was colored, and I'm emulating where our dark shade is. And if you think about it, this makes sense because the light's coming from the left. Dana, my pleasure. I'm so glad that you're feeling accomplished. As long as you guys listen to me, don't run off on your own and do on your own. Okay, then I'm going to come in with a very light blue. And notice how I'm back blending that light blue with my darker blue. And I'm coloring like I'm coloring on what? A balloon. And then I'm going to come in with a little bit of Payne's Gray. And we're going to add a touch of it next to the leg. Now, this is where I'll use my blender pencil because I'm in such a small area. And I'm also going to come in with a little bit of white. And that's not white. Let's see here. So I'm going to lighten up here on this left. Not too much. And over here. Got a little gray here. And I want you to notice the little streak of white right here where the stomach would be, not the stomach, the abdomen would be. Yvette, any questions? Guys, this stuff is not hard. If you pay attention to the detail and pay attention to what I'm telling you, you'll be just fine. Okay, now again, on the shirt, we don't have the lines here for the shading, which is fine. When you don't have those lines, that's going to compel you to color in naturally with your pencils and add that shading. That's what's really cool. That's one of the reasons why I like these Disney books, because it compels you to put in that shading. So let's talk about where that shading is going to go. And you can look at your original while I'm doing this. So we're up under the arm. And then we're going to color in some folds in the material. So we're going to sweep that up. See it? And then on the arm itself, here, we need to put in some folds. And then I'm going to come in with a medium gold. And notice how I sweep that color upwards. And I'm back blending into my original color. And then I'm going to color about half that sleeve with this next color. See it? Because we want our light area to be right here. Not hard. And if you're new to this, just simply do a monkey see, monkey do. All right. Now, let me go back with my original gold because I failed to do this upper arm. But you should pretty well be able to anticipate what I'm going to do with it. See how I'm putting in that curve? And then we'll come in with that medium. Along the top of that upper arm. Any questions, concerns? Comments? Queries? And then I'm going to come in with a light yellow. And we'll back blend that into the gold. And then I'm going to come back with my darkest color and make sure that you've got a very sharp point. What's wrong with this picture? On the shirt. Somebody tell me. And why do you say blending, Dana? Tell me your answer, explain why. because the colors are not seamlessly disappearing one into the next. That's right. So I've got to go over these lines right here and soften them. So I'm using my darkest pencil and I'm muting out those lines. I need to add another one up here, I think. Same with our lines up here. I'm using my darkest color and I'm softening those lines. Check it out. And then I'm doing the same thing with my lines on my sleeve. Now, again, I'm just going in one direction with my pencil from upper right to lower left, and I'm softening my lines. And I'm going to take a little bit of my Payne's Gray and I'm just going to add a little bit of shadow underneath that armpit. And again, I'll just keep stroking with my pencil until I'm comfortable with the color that I get. Let me pull out. And then this is where you'll tweak with your various colors to change that shading. And I want you to notice now that I'm taking my medium color and I'm going over that Payne's Gray to lighten it a little bit. Not too shabby. Okay, I've got about 10 more minutes. then our little baby kangaroo has the same color shirt as the pants are on Christopher Robin. So I'm going to go ahead and do that up. Excuse me. Now again, check out the original. Check out where the shading is. So there's my darker blue. And then my lighter blue. Check it out. All right, this is coming out beautifully, I think. Now, you can use a little bit of ivory on your lighter part here. And guys, keep in mind when you're coloring, you want to entertain the viewer. Specifically, you want to entertain the viewer's eye. That's right, Roo. Kanga and Roo. I love it. Now, in looking at this picture, I'm going to go back to Timothy Robbins' shorts, and I'm going to add a little bit of purple on my darker color. I'm happier with that. Blue and purple are absolutely phenomenal together when you're shading. Okay, Thomas, welcome back. Okay, better. Okay, let's see. And I'm just blending a little bit on my door with my light blue. And I'm also going to come back to it here. Let me turn this. And I'm going to add a little bit of shading underneath the wood. Instant dimension, guys. Payne's Gray. Let's go ahead and get this one. So I'm actually shadowing underneath here, and I want you to notice that I'm pulling a little bit of my gray down the panel just a little. Details, guys, details. All right, guys, I'm calling it an evening. Dana, good night. Look how cool that door looks with that little bit of shading. And I want you to notice that I brought that shading down right over our window. Just a little bit. Okay. Let me pull out. This is ILene Vick for Teaching Adult Coloring with ILene Vick. Guys, joyous, joyous coloring. We worked on our Disney Thomas Kincaid. Let me get that shine off of this. Specifically, I'm working on Winnie the Pooh. Oh my gosh, Belle, I didn't even see you. How long have you been here? And then we're working on our boots with the different seasons. Summer, fall, winter. This will be spring. Okay, guys, have a great rest of the evening. Maggie, don't forget I need to talk to you. Let me turn this so you can see this boot. I'm having too much fun with all of this. Guys, love on each other. That's what we're known for. Please share this broadcast to your timeline. And please don't forget to give me the thumbs up. Jolly, you're welcome. Jolly, get back in touch with me through Messenger about that printer. Okay, guys, have a great rest of the evening. Take care. Oh, Martha, hi. Hi and bye. See you tomorrow night, same time, same place, guys. Bye.